Everybody goes through tough times in life. Everybody goes through really serious challenges. If you're going through a very serious challenge now, if you think life is really tough and you're getting kicked in the face right now, maybe you should continue listening to what I have to say. Hi guys, my name is Eddie Lindenbaum. I'm the founder of EddieForLife Coaching and Consulting. After 40 years in the business world as an entrepreneur and about 25 years on my own spiritual practice, today I try to bring value to other people, coaching and helping and supporting people going through tough times and going through great times, getting their business to be bigger than ever before, and also helping them get up when life kicks them in the face. I've been kicked so many times in the face in life, I can't even remember. And if you're being kicked now by life in the face, I want you to understand something. Yes, I know, when we're going through really tough times, it's almost impossible to get the right perspective on things by ourselves. That's why it's very important to sometimes hear people from the side, hear a third party, what they have to say about things that are going on. Our perspective is not the right one usually. We don't have the time to see how everything fits in. Let me give you an example. I remember I started working a week after I got out of my military service. I started working in a hotel of an international chain as a busboy in their grill room in the premium restaurant. And I worked my ass off. And I guess I wasn't that bad because I was promoted pretty rapidly through the ranks. And after 5 years, I was in a middle management position. This was 1986, 85. In those days, forget about all the computers and all the cell phones. There was nothing like that. I was walking around in a suit, feeling very proud of myself. I had a beeper in my pocket, which was a status symbol. In other words, middle management. Sometimes I was the hotel manager on duty. And one day I got fired. I'll be honest, I had lost interest, really. But I didn't think I would be fired the way that I was fired. To say the least, I wasn't so happy about that. Being fired from a middle management position isn't very easy, even if you know deep down that you don't like the job anymore and you didn't find the challenge in it and you knew that one day things were going to be over. When it does come, it's not easy. Anyway, I went and I applied to get my hotel management degree. I did all the studies. Right before the last test, the final test, I said, fuck this. I'm not going to be working for anybody anymore. I want to work for myself. And that started my entrepreneurial journey, of which I've been on now for 40 years. Now, looking back at that time when I was fired, was that good or bad? In those days, it wasn't so great. But now looking upon the fact that I was fired, that was maybe one of the best things that happened to me, because or even deciding not to do the final exam for my hotel management degree. Because imagine if I would have right away gotten another job in an international chain, or maybe even a promotion or whatever, I might have continued working for another couple of years as an employee in the corporate world. Now, I'm not saying that's bad. It's fine for anybody who wants that. But I guess that was not my calling. So I needed like a kick in the butt to get me started. And that's what I want to say here. We don't have the correct perspective. When things happen, which we think right now are bad, now it looks bad. Maybe in a couple of years, you might think that's the best thing that ever happened to you, and you learned from that. I'll give you another personal example of my own. My divorce happened suddenly. I crashed into my divorce going at 300 miles an hour into a brick wall. I never saw it coming. I was devastated at the beginning. I'm going to be really honest. I was devastated. My whole world crumbled. I didn't know what the hell to do. And I went through a very, very tough and traumatic year, a full year before we got things finalized out of court in a settlement. And then I started getting my life back together. If I look back now, when I thought that I was on top of the mountain before the divorce, and after the divorce, I was like in the deepest hole, in the deepest valley. Today I see it totally different. I see it exactly the opposite. I think my divorce today sort of propelled me a million years forward in my personal development, in finding out who I really am and becoming myself and becoming the person I am today. Yes, the divorce happened 20 years ago. Today I can see how beneficial it was, though it was one of the toughest things in my life. My message for you today is something very simple. Understand that life is a marathon race. We never know what's good or what's bad until we finish the race. And what looks bad right now, in another year, 2 or 10 years, might be the best thing that ever happened to you, even though it might be really tough now. Take my words to heart. I'm 66 today. Not today, I mean now. I've been around the block a hell of a lot of times, and that's why I coach people today. And maybe I can understand every person who sits opposite me and have not only sympathy but empathy, because I understand where people are coming from, because I've been there and I've done it. So get your act together, hold your head up high, straighten your back. It doesn't matter if you went bankrupt or if you're going through really personal loss. You have to look at things on a very, very broad scale, and you never know if it's really good or not that good. You'll only know much, much later. And don't forget one more thing. It ain't over till it's over, and it's not over yet. I wish you the best if you're going through some tough times. But remember, we're here to fight. We go down, but we get up again because we're fighters. So be a fighter and never let life keep you down. God bless you.